journal entries to do 1 page.
For the first couple, do as much as you think is necessary, and then after I collect them, I'll give you feedback. Rather than saying I want 2 pages of this, I'd rather see what people come up with, and then if you're not doing exactly. I mean, if you simply, let's take a look for just a minute at the homework on for 1-4. So you write 2 seminar type discussion questions, so we've got something to work with as far as discussion goes. And then the journal entry should include your reaction to the reading. So I would say, write 4 or 5 sentences just about your reaction to the reading. Okay? What you learned from it. Okay? Make that another little section. If you block it off into sections, you can write a few sentences about that. The first one, probably you won't be able to write how it fits into the course because we're just starting the course. Okay? But you can always make assumptions. And questions you have for the author. Now these are different than the questions you want to discuss as a seminar type discussion. So you may have another question for the author that we can't discuss because he doesn't give us anything in the reading to do it. And probably after the first week you'll be able to see how some of the reading is applicable to the project. Okay, so then you can do that. So I'm thinking, 4 or 5 sentences per each one of those should be enough. Okay. Again, quality is better than quantity, and quantity you don't have a lot of time to do a lot of quantity because the very first week I'm going to collect your first interview, and it doesn't matter which interview it is. In fact, it doesn't matter if it's the letter you wrote to your unborn child already. I need 1 piece of writing the very first week so that I can get feedback back to you by the beginning of the second week so you can make the other ones better. Then I'm going to ask you to do a progress report, and what you're simply going to do is just take this and you're going to go, number 1, cover, haven't thought about it. Number 2, title page, not yet. Number 3, I got an idea for a map, this is my idea, blah, 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 blah. What do you think? Introduction, not yet. Interviews, okay, I'm handing in this interview. I've sent my grandma the questions, and I've already told my little brother that he's going to be mine this weekend because I've got to ask him these questions. Family tree, I've got an idea. Can I talk to you about it? Family crest, no idea yet. Photo sections, my mom has got me 100 photos, but I don't know what to do with them. Okay? So now I know where you are, so I know where to push. Because it'll be a fun January term where you go along and I push some people, but pull other people. Yes.
I understand that we kind of write word for word what our interviewees say, but
if you want to.
Okay, yeah, just because my great-grandmother is very racist, and so are my grandparents, so it's just, there's certain things, I don't know.
Look, my grandfather was an Episcopal minister. When I was 15 years old, we were watching a boxing match, and 1 boxer was black and 1 boxer was white. And he said, blankety blank N won again. Okay? Yet, I found out from my mother that when he was a young man in Omaha, Nebraska, he and some other ministers, all with guns, went and saved a black man from being lynched. So I learned at 15, it ain't easy, it is not, excuse the pun, black and white. It's a really complicated matter. So it's up to you what you want to do with it. If you want it there, I put it there. If you don't want it there, then don't. One year, a young woman was really fascinating that one of her aunts ran a whorehouse in Nevada, and she thought that was cool. So she put that in, and some information that came out of it. I mean, it's our families. Okay, they have good points, and they have bad points, just like all of us do. If we hide the bad points, then sometimes we spend a lot of money on psychologists. If we just, put them out there. But you have to be judicious, okay? It's up to you. Part of the reason that my colleague and I came up with this project is that we were sick and tired of teaching a January term course or any course where the final was either a final paper, which usually ends up in the wastebasket, or a final test, which usually, you never get back to students anyway because they've gone on down. So we wanted something that you guys could take if you want to, and you can build on. Okay? When you start your own family, you can start adding stuff. Or when you start your family and you have a kid and the kid says, well, what did you do when you were little, Mommy? You hand them this and say, here, this is reading. I'll test you on it on Monday morning. So you have something actually that you can hold on to. And we got the idea because her daughter was in middle school and was taking a class in Oakland from a teacher who won Teacher of the Year award, 3 or 4 years in a row. And so we took this idea and expanded it. So they were doing it in middle school. Something similar, not exactly the whole thing, but we got the idea and ran with it. Yes?
You have to bring pictures back then?
How are you going to
No,
have a photo album unless you have pictures?
No, I'm just asking, came like,
Yeah, you need photos. And one person about 8 years ago said, okay, you're not going to believe me, Mr. Knight, but please believe me. Our house burned down in the summer and everything's gone. So we have no pictures. And this was, they still had those little cameras you can buy at Safeway. I said, go buy one of those cameras and start your pictures right now. So now you build up your pictures for the future. Yeah, those are gone. You can't get them back. But you can start a new section. So in other words, be flexible, go with the flow. Whatever works will work. And only one person in over, I think I've been teaching this course now over almost 20 years, only one person has ever flunked. Guess why?
didn't come to class.
No, didn't do this. Did one part of it, reported it, never anything else. It's 40% of your mark. It's really hard, even if you come to class and participate in class. And the student was pretty interesting in class, had a lot to offer, and I was disappointed because I never like to give Fs, but so I think you'll have a lot of fun. It will be a lot of work, and good luck on the rest of this semester. So if you have questions, email. If you know people,
Father,